What is up, guys? Back in today with the final episode of Kowloon Generic Romance, episode 13. Looking forward to seeing how we're going to end off the season today. As we spoke about earlier on in the series, this isn't the end of the series. There is a live action movie, of all things, coming out in Japan in a few months, I believe, and probably here maybe within a year, maybe slightly longer. Still a little bit baffled with that decision. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I've definitely seen where movies have kind of been adapted into like anime and cartoons, and cartoons being adapted to live action, vice versa. But I've never seen something be a full series in kind of a story kind of in two mediums like this. I don't think anyway. And honestly, probably for good reason, because again, they are two very different mediums. I think it's going to take quite a bit of adaptation to go from this anime to that live action. The voice acting, I mean, the actors are going to be different from the voice actors, I do assume. And yeah, it's just going to be quite jarring, but I might end up checking that out on the channel. I don't really do live action on my YouTube channel. I purely just kind of want to keep it anime focused, but I'll probably end up watching that in my own time, maybe. So I've not got too much hope for this final episode today. It has been getting better, I do think, as the weeks have gone on. It started out really strong, this show, really interesting premise, well kind of developed characters, and then it meandered quite a bit in the middle portion. It really didn't balance out very well, the character kind of development and the plot. It kind of went full plot episode, full character development episode, and I think it could have been a nicer mix of the two. So honestly, I wouldn't say disappointing, but this has unfulfilled potential is maybe the words I'm looking for the show, I think, and had a really awesome premise. But yeah, we'll see how things do end for the anime today. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Now, something I think would be really cool if they did do this was if they hired the voice actors for this show based on the actors, like they were the same actors. If they hired the actors for the movie to voice the roles in this show, I think would actually be pretty awesome. But I don't know, but I doubt they've done that. So yeah, this place is an absolute mess right now, isn't it? That his mum. He's the only one left stuck here. So I kind of assumed he's like resetting this place back to like factory settings. Gone. We're just on a Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers on us. Vanished into thin air. So yeah, let me know what you guys have thought of the show so far. Again, I think the premise, I've likened it to a few things, but I always love a premise like this, and yeah, I just feel like they could have, like there was more here. Like I shouldn't love it as much as I should. I don't love it as much as I should. Like this is right down my alley, something with this premise and kind of mystery and such, and yeah, it just hasn't fulfilled that kind of that itch. I don't know. Again, I've been enjoying it a bit more these past few weeks just because I've been thinking about it less, but it should be the case where I enjoy it more the more I think about it, not the less I think about it the more I enjoy it. Yeah, let me know if you guys have also seen anything do this, like even like reverse, like have like a TV series, a live action TV series or movie, then have a. It's not just like the case it's a sequel, because it's not a sequel. It's literally the ending of the story that is going to be the live action movie. Let me know if you guys have ever seen anything like that. I don't think I have in all my years of watching media. Why does that look so funny? There's this the depths of his like subconscious. What the fuck? The fucking speak. The goldfish is speaking to us. Yeah. Helpful goldfish. So again, what I assume what happened there is that like this place reset, and she's now a part. Just, I imagine they're gonna delve into this a bit more. Hopefully, this episode might end up in the movie, but again, I assume that there was like a reset there. He was pissed off that the previous versions of her weren't quite as asky, is that a word? Weren't asking the same questions she wasn't quite as they were different. They were a little bit less. I won't say more stupid, but they didn't question things as much as Kujirai B has. So being that this is his kind of cognition, they just like reset this whole place, set it up back to how it was like the start of summer. I imagine he's done this a few times. I assume. I'm not 100% sure of that. But the wording he used last episode of seeing like more than two Kujirais, leads to believe that's the case, and it looks like we're in the kind of new one. Just to question like where Kujirai B is right now. Again, I imagine she was in like his subconscious, like lost, where your memories. Maybe it's not the subconscious, but like as a human, we can't retain. As you guys pretty know well from me, watching all these anime, you can't retain every bit of information. You can't retain every bit of memory. New memories sometimes replace old memories. And perhaps that's where she is. She's in a kind of lost memory space. She's in the space of like maybe that's why we see the goldfish. They're known for having kind of short memories. They're kind of in this lost kind of memory space. So I'm not sure where that would be. I'm not any kind of psychiatrist or anything. I don't really know all these terms, but she's she's kind of in that lost kind of realm within him, perhaps. Or perhaps it's more literal and she's like in this lost realm within generic terror, maybe. I don't know. Whatever it is, she's still like functioning. She's still like, you'd assume she'd just be deleted, if you know what I'm saying. She wouldn't be on the database anymore or anything. She'd be like completely erased. But it also makes me think, is there now a Kujirai C? There's gonna be like a Kujirai C in this place now, and yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's pretty much been confirmed that he is certainly the craziest person in this show, or maybe the most denial. Maybe denial is not the right word either, but yeah, the most psychiatric problems probably. Oh, or are we just in? Oh, so this isn't like a new reality. fake reality. This is still the one that was being destroyed, still getting erased. That's done with the place now as well. No. Yeah, that was just like her swimming through his mind. Is it not inevitable she's going to vanish? So you could essentially say all her actions right now would literally just be for Kudo. If she knows that she no longer has a future without all of this. Fucking goldfish. It just spoke to us. Like, it sounded like a little boy. But even this is like reminiscent of fucking Silent Hill, like the final boss. All the steps, the long ass fucking steps you got to go up. A lot of long ass steps in Silent Hill when I think about it. It's foreboding though. This is just like they just skip the steps. That does something. I imagine if you guys have played Silent Hill, imagine you just skipped the long entrance to the game, the long run to the starting area, the long steps down in the middle of the game, the long steps up to the end of the game. Just imagine skipping all that. It removes a bit of nuance, I think. Didn't get her a ring. Yeah, I guess you get out of doing that. I love this edited version of the ending song, I think it is. Recognise that photo, don't we? So, hoping they show us what happened here. I don't know what reason he has to kill her if he did, which I assume he did. Do you reckon she disappeared because... Oh no, there's the drugs. So he didn't kill her and she died of those drugs? Huh. Or do you reckon like he got her those drugs, which makes him feel like he killed her? Like that line is, I assumed that was the case. Because why would they add that line in if either of those situations is not the case? So yeah, I assume that he maybe got her those drugs, assuming they were for good benefit with her health, because that is what they were prescribed as, I believe. And they ended up killing her, so he feels like he killed her indirectly. Okay. Also, you guys, again, to go with what I said in the intro, I still don't really like, as much as the character development and such has been interesting, I still don't really have any kind of deep attachment to any characters in this show. Like, I feel like I should be feeling something right now, but I'm just kind of not. It's the start of the summer. I don't know. I guess we kind of know why she is much more kind of detailed than the rest of the Zirconian, is that what they're called? I don't know, these kind of fakes, imposters. She is such a source of his grief that she is the most perfectly replicated. So that mystery's kind of been solved inadvertently, I think. Yeah, I guess this is the start of things. A lot then. Surely she must be changing because of you though, right? Like, she is a creation from your mind, right? Or is she more than that now? You know, her whole journey was to become her own self, so I don't know. I'm not sure how she would become more than that. We still don't know all the details, so I can't really answer that question, but Okay, so that's why she's. And yeah, you were gonna marry her. I feel like he knew definitely enough about her for her to be not this Kujirai B, if you know what I'm saying. Like Kujirai B and Kujirai A are very different types of people. Like, is that not questionable to you guys? How can I replicate? You were going to marry this stranger. We saw a lot of flashbacks you had with this stranger, and even if I met this Kujirai A for 1 minute, she wouldn't. If this happened to me, this version of Kujirai B, it would be nothing like this. She would be nothing like this. She wouldn't sound like this. She wouldn't act like this. She, even the fact that she's not wearing glasses, like, what? There's more to this than just that, surely. Because he knew her. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say he knew her like the best, more than any person in the world or whatever, but he knew her more than enough for her to be nothing like this Kujirai B, surely, right? Maybe it's like his insecurity kind of manifested in her or something. I don't know. Some kind of outward feeling within him, or something that has made this Kujirai be like this and be so different. I don't know. Maybe it's because he wished things were different for her. She didn't end up like that. I don't know, but this makes no sense. Like, that just makes no sense. Like, yeah, she was she was a vaguish woman, but she was mysterious. That's something you can say about her. Kujirai B, I guess, is mysterious in a very different way, but it's just not the same tone whatsoever. Again, this should be quite an emotional moment right now. She's almost literally given up her life for him to fix himself. He's on his way. But I'm just like, I'm not feeling any emotion. I don't know. Maybe others can resonate with this a bit more, but it's just, yeah. So what? This is confused me even more. So she didn't take those tablets? How did she die then? Can you give us something solid, please? Like, maybe it's my understanding again, but like, I'm not sure how to fully interpret the scene anyway, and that just comes down to me being not too smart, to be honest. But I assume this is like him going back to the version of himself just after she like died, the one kind of waiting here, literally at her like deathbed. Yeah, going to like. Yeah. So there's this version that's just walked in that has gone through all of these. This version of himself that has just walked into his own mind. I think this is that has gone through all of these summers, repeating and experiencing different breakos and so on and so forth. Going back to this initial one, maybe just after she died, version of him. So still trying to like, process it and such. I don't really know. Not 100% sure. He was waiting this whole time. I don't really get how she fucking died then. Can we have like this show it's hardly give me something solid to work off here. Did she take the tablets and die? That we've heard about this whole time were taken off the market because they were dangerous? Did you kill her? Did she just randomly die? Like, if she didn't take that, how'd she die then? And if you did kill her, how could you ever forgive yourself? I mean, again, Silent Hill relation, understandable in that. Not right whatsoever, but understandable. Yeah, here she seemed like a perfectly healthy, normal woman, right? I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. This should feel like such a fulfilling. It feels like the music, everything is just given like this is a super fulfilling kind of completion, emotional moment right here, and I'm just not feeling none of it. Sorry to be so complainative today, but I just knew this episode was not gonna hit. So she is real, right? Or no, to say she didn't quite like she wasn't quite in the rubble. So is it saying like she was always planning on overdosing on those or something? Or oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she is real. Seeds. Spit on him. Spit on him. Have to make a pool for him. I don't think there's much water out here, is there? I just put him in the water bowl. Like I said, I really don't feel any fulfillment right now. Don't know. I don't know. So yeah, the question is now, like, yeah, 2 years later, this movie is going to be focused in the future now. She's still she's in a similar business, right? It looks like she's like a travel agent or something. Very similar business. Instead of finding homes, it's finding holidays. Again, I just can't help but feel like something's missing for me. It's not just the case that the show has like been unsatisfactory. Like there's something I feel like I'm missing. Like still like missing pieces to the puzzle and missing things that would make it probably impact me more. Okay, he's even wearing fucking James Sunderland's jacket right here. The classic. Or the classic lemon chicken. Almost a little bit surprised that isn't a geezer serving us. I mean, it's also like a happy ending, which I like happy endings, of course. Who doesn't like happy endings? But it just wrapped up very quickly. I was able to accept it all very quickly. I don't know. Like I said, just there's something missing here for me, and I feel like that's been the case this whole show. It just feels like there's something tangible that I would connect to, and maybe make it click for me that has just been missing this whole time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That is the end of the anime. Again, I'd be quite interested to see what the movie does cover now, because this seems to have actually kind of wrapped things up to like a decent degree. Apologies if you can hear my dog barking, by the way. I didn't really feel too satisfactory towards both of these characters' kind of conclusions, to be honest with you. Miyuki, I wasn't ever like fully in the know of like what his deal is and everything, but I don't feel like too satisfactory about his ending. This white-haired guy, I still know very little about, and what he was like about, and just him as a character was still a bit of a mystery and such. So very much so for him, especially probably not too satisfied with his conclusion, because I feel like he was just here as a plot device. But yeah, I'm really not a big fan of this ending episode. I mean, I can imagine people would like it, especially if you are really invested in the series. It's a nice happy ending. Things got tied up, but there was just quite a few things that didn't make sense to me here. Still questions asked, like this generic terror thing, like what is actually the deal with it, like where did it come from, how did all this start, like you're just going to tell me this, like yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't overly satisfied with this episode, especially, which is a shame because I've actually been enjoying it the last few weeks. I think maybe if it did have, I think if it, again, maybe this is just me being like selfish and saying what I would want here, but if it paced itself out better with the character development and the plot in one, I feel like it would have been better. If it was slightly longer, maybe 4 episodes longer, and it had time to kind of pace itself with those things and add more details. and fully kind of wrap up and spend a bit more time on characters like Miyuki and this white-haired guy, and actually flesh them out a little bit more as well. I think it could have been better. Still don't know what the hell happened to the original Kujirai. Was she planning on taking her own life? Did Kudo kill her? Did she accidentally die to the hills? Was it like, what was it? There's still no definitive answer. And with things like these, I think of like is it David Fincher, like some of his movies, and you don't need definitive answers, but it needs some kind of semblance to make your own answer, and there just wasn't that. I don't know. Not for me, this ending, personally, not for me. It was nice seeing all these guys reunite at the end here, to be honest. And I kind of guessed this ending scene was nice, to be honest with you. It would have been better if he actually kind of fully moved on, instead of he's still kind of stuck with the imitation of Kujirai. And like, what happened to her now? Was she just like a figure of his imagination that has now just come to life magically? Like, is this magic? Or is it what I've been saying for the few weeks, where this is actually like, which I don't think is right, but you guys know the theory I've been talking about of this being actually Kujirai, and Kujirai A actually being a version maybe from one of his other versions of the summer or something. Is that what happened here? Was she always was this the real Kujirai, and she was here experiencing it like Gwen and like Yao Mei and like all the other characters that got caught up in their grief here? Was she also like, I don't know. Again, so many things I still don't know and don't get. It's just the ending really didn't satisfy anything I wanted satisfying. But I might be in the unpopular camp on that group. As I said, there's still a movie, so I'm really interested to see what that's going to cover. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this final episode down in the comment section. As you guys know, not a big fan personally. I think I can say that this series has been pretty middling. Really awesome concept, interesting characters, interesting setup for the characters, and it just kind of really fumbled the bag from episode 4. I think episode 3 or 4 onwards, it just really kind of fumbled the bag for me. And again, I just felt no emotional connection or satisfaction whatsoever from this ending. So yeah. Again, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section though. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy through all the complaining. I apologise for that, but just sharing my real thoughts, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with my reactions. As I did say earlier, I probably won't watch the movie on the channel, but I might check out my own time. So, yep, again, thank you guys for supporting, and have a good rest of your day.